Hello, it's Ivy. So today I wanted to talk about regression. No one ever talks about regression, but before that, we have a little food haul today. Ugh. Okay, so a honey croissant, coffee cream cake, 이치고 바우무크hen, strawberry baumkuchen, strawberry canule. I don't know, it's French, and strawberry chocolate chip ice cream. As you guys know, ice cream is my favorite thing in the entire world. This is a popular brand in Japan, Super Cup. In Japan, the winter season, it's strawberry season because fruits are a seasonal thing in Japan. Having said that, the strawberries in the supermarket are so expensive. Itadakimasu! Let's start with 이치고 바우무크hen. 美味しそう! Mmm! So, on the topic of regression, I feel like, have you ever looked at an old photo of yourself and you constantly compare yourself to it? Like, oh, I was so much ripped then, I was so much skinnier then, I was so much more prettier then. You know, society, there's so much emphasis on glowing up, but no one ever talks about regression. And I think we really have to talk about it more. The white chocolate coating is amazing. It's not too sweet, not too sickening. You know, every year there's always new me and get ready for hot girl summer. And no one ever talks about the struggles or how to deal with the mindset for when you do gain back all the weight or you don't look as you did when you were really lean. I think this is really common. People with EDs and gym rats. I've always taken pride in myself for not comparing myself to others, but that kind of backfires too because I only compare myself to myself. So I'll compare myself to when I was, significantly a lot lighter and I was very sick. And it is good to put pressure on yourself. Some stress is good, but it becomes bad when you have negative thoughts such as, oh, I gained back the weight, so now I feel unworthy. The past me was so much more better. That's so not true. So let's say you were super lean and super jacked, but now like you gained it back. So I want you to think like, were you genuinely happy when you were at your goal weight? Because for you to be maintaining that sort of physique, you probably were on a really strict diet and really restricting yourself or just really harsh on yourself in general. So ask yourself truly, like, were you really satisfied and happy with your lifestyle then? I want to try to cut it. Sure. It's kind of burnt on the outside. It's really soft and chewy on the inside. So let's think about the reason why you regressed or gained back the weight. It's probably because you were having a very unsustainable lifestyle. Now, I always say this, unless you're a bodybuilder or a model or some sort of job that really requires you to maintain a certain physique, you don't have to be tracking every single gram of your food or really making sure that you're sticking to the strict routine every single day. Because what happens when your friend invites you for that ice cream? You're gonna really be stressed and panicky because, oh, that's gonna cause me to get off track. And that is literally what an ed is. A very restrictive ed. So for me, what I learned is that, well, yes, when I was at my sickest, I had my dream body, I had my goal weight, but was I really happy? No, not really. I was dead miserable. I didn't allow myself any ice cream, which is baffling to me because how can I not live without ice cream? I basically eat ice cream almost every single day. If you follow my Instagram, I have a highlights which is dedicated to my diary of ice cream. So you guys should go follow me on Insta and check that out. What I learned is that, okay, sure, maybe you were really jacked and super lean, but what's gonna happen? You gained it all back, so what's the point of all that hard work? You can't sustain a really ripped and jacked body all year round. That's just not sustainable. Even bodybuilders, they only looked like that in the 20 minutes that they're on stage. After that, they look like normal people again. So it's just not realistic to compare yourself to when you were at your sickest or when you had an unsustainable lifestyle. And I realized that I don't have to be in this constant, oh, I have to lose the weight diet and regain and rebound cycle. Like you can just maintain at a place that you're comfortable with. And once you find that homeostasis, everything becomes so much easier. Like, although yes, I am not at the same weight that I used to be when I was at my sickest, I'm the most happiest that I am now. Let's try this coffee cream cake. And I think a lot of the reason why people struggle when they do regress is because they always associate their achievements with their sense of worthiness. Oh my god. Look at how fluffy that looks. I didn't get in the middle yet. Mmm. It's like a drink. I'm eating air. People have a lot of association with their looks, with how much they are worthy, and I can't blame them because when you do lose weight or you change or glow up, people do treat you differently, so that does play with your mind a bit. And I think having goals are fine. I think having weight loss goals or whatever muscle goals you have is totally fine. It's just that you don't want to become too attached to the numbers, because back then, you know, restriction, counting calories, I have to meet my steps, I have to reach a certain goal weight. It was my whole entire personality. So once I chose recovery, and now that I don't do those habits anymore, I kind of lost my sense of identity, because who am I if I don't track my food in my fitness pal? To me, like, my food and body was more of a control issue. So I really want you to realize that your achievements don't define your worth. What really helped me is when you look at your friends and family or people that you love around you, you don't think, oh, I love my friend because she has a beautiful thigh gap. I love him because he always maintains 5% body weight all year round. No, you don't look at the people you love like that. You love your friends because they're really kind, they're really nice, they're funny. So why can't you do the same for yourself, right? And regression is hard, but it's also a form of self-love to realize that what you are doing to yourself is probably not the best. And it's okay, regression is fine because it teaches you that what you shouldn't do the second time. What I feel the glow up journey looks like is you're at rock bottom, and then you're at a really vulnerable mindset, so then you go grind, grind, grind and achieve. So when I was in that phase, people like the Wizard Liz, holy moly, she really made me strong mentally to who I am today. But it also came with a downside of me leading to burnout, right? So the downfall again is that burnout. So that's the regression. And then once you've regressed, you realize that, oh, maybe you probably have to shift your mindset a little bit. So now you can have more self-love, a little bit more grace for yourself. Last bread. Honey croissant. Honey whipped cream inside with some honey sauce. Let's rip it open. Can't really tell. Wow. It's strange because it doesn't taste like real honey. And I think the biggest struggle is that you think that your worth is having a really skinny or fit body. Well, that's not true. Even if you gained 5 kilograms, that's not gonna change your worth as a human being. People are still gonna love you. And I know it's so goddamn cringe. What matters really is on the inside. And I can fully say this because I reached my goal weight and my desired body. You know, when I was at my sickest, I thought if I just became skinnier, it would solve all my life problems. Like, I genuinely thought that being a certain goal weight would solve all my life problems. And once I did reach that goal weight, guess what? I was not satisfied. I still wasn't satisfied with where I was. And I think it's because a lot of us, we think that it will fill this void inside of us by achieving these, arbitrary goals. But what's really missing is something else. It has nothing to do with our appearance or, food or anything. It's literally just not being able to accept ourselves and love ourselves truly. My phone camera died, but I forgot where I left off with that video. Anyways, I hope that provided some sort of wisdom, maybe, or tips for you guys. Don't get too obsessed with pursuing arbitrary goals because you are so much worth more than numbers. I wish I were more articulate with my words, but I love you guys and thank you for all your comments and support. Bye bye!